Hi everybody, I hope you are doing well. Also, staying healthy, staying warm, maybe taking care of yourself to fight a lot of things that are going around. It seems like we might have a longer winter, so I thought about sharing something that I personally think is very important and I personally put into practice so that way I can stay healthy during the cold weather and the winter months. So, how to keep your body, your mind, and your spirits during winter. So, this is a healthy winter checklist that can help you to find ways to incorporate things that you maybe are not practicing or incorporating, or also to make winter more fun, achieve goals that maybe are hard for you to achieve or be consistent. And I'm going to start with some simple ones, and I'm also going to share a couple of ideas that I personally do and practice. So maybe you can stay on task, you can make progress, and stay healthy during the winter. So the first one is boosting your immunity. This is a challenging one because in the winter, of course, we're more vulnerable because of the weather, because people get sick easily, lack of sun, also a lot of viruses and bacteria and viruses going around. So I recommend that you probably take a vitamin D if you are not taking vitamin D. I personally take one that is plant-based, which is the most natural form of vitamin D instead of using synthetic multivitamins. So this is something that I highly recommend. If not, talk to your doctor also. Make sure that your doctor can recommend you one that is natural and good for you. Also incorporate more immune boosting foods like garlic, leafy greens, ginger, citrus, adding maybe water, lemon to your water, so that way you can increase the vitamin C, also killing bacteria that we're exposed to. So that's the number one, very, very important. Making healthy meals, eating out less. The second one, this is one that we actually do not think about so much in the winter because we think that we only get thirsty in the summer, but staying hydrated is super, super important. You should drink at least 90 ounces of water per day if you can, including water and tea. And this is something that it's extremely, extremely important, and you should try to remember to drink water even when you are not thirsty. Another one is exercise. I know it can be challenging because we lose motivation. We also want to be indoors, but maybe finding simple ways you can do a workout at home. It can be a stretching routine, maybe a yoga routine right next to your bed in the morning. Maybe going for a walk, even if it's at the supermarket or the mall, that counts. Finding ways to move and stay active. Super, super important. Sleep. And I know during the winter we might get stuck watching too much TV because we're indoors, maybe too much Netflix, or watching too much social media. So it is important that you set a timer, maybe putting a schedule on your phone when you should put everything away, turn off TVs, keep them out of your room so you can create an environment where you can go to bed and sleep more hours every night. And another one is practicing good hygiene, very, very important. Not only while you are outside of your house, like washing your hands. I highly recommend that you wash your hands more than just using hand sanitizer. Avoiding touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, especially if you are around people that are sick or if you're touching surfaces that you're not sure if they're infected. So make sure that you keep your hands clean. But also when you go home, try to wipe handles of different places like doors, of your house, maybe the bathroom, all the handles in the shower, in the sink. A lot of these places are the most infected ones, and it's good to keep them clean. Also cleaning surfaces like your table, things that you use every day like your keyboard, your mouse, keeping your house clean, and also maybe not bringing shoes inside your house. That's something that I highly recommend, and I do practice at my house, keeping shoes outside of the house or taking them off before you go in so you don't spread things that you step on, especially places that you go to that can be brought into your house. And the last one is stress management. This is something that I think is affecting most of us. We are under a lot of stress, too much information, too much politics, a lot of negativity. So it is very important that you set boundaries. I personally recommend, and this is something that I'm doing, I am watching less news. If I want to learn something, I rather read something, not watch videos, especially if they're from social media. Also avoid watching too much social media. Don't be scrolling down all day long. Avoiding people that are toxic, that are draining for you, setting boundaries. If you have people like that make you feel that is too much for you, it is important that you take a break, and also have a gentle and friendly conversation and let them know what your boundaries are. And very important, doing belly breathing when you feel stressed out. It is nice to find a quiet place where you can relax, breathe, and also think about the things that are affecting you, so you don't ignore it. All of these things are very, very important, but one thing that really helps me, and is something that I highly recommend, is having a checklist. So I do have a worksheet, and you can practice it maybe for a couple of days or a week. So I usually have one per week, and it has the days, some Monday through Friday to Sunday actually, but you can do it Monday through Friday. Some of the things that I have listed, you check them off when they're done. So I like to put my own, which are workout, yoga, or walk. So when you have it, and let's say Mondays, you say I'm gonna do a workout Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Once it's done, you just check it. Also, home cooked meals. So adding healthy foods like leafy greens, following recipes that you know are healthy for you. Once you follow it, you also check it here. I try to do it almost every day, or at least 4 times a week, so that way you can boost your immunity and have the most healthy meals that you can, especially if they're cooked at home. Drinking water is super important, so I also have that. I put here drinking, where is it, 90 ounces of water or tea. So once you do it, you mark it, and it's usually done at the end of the day. Stretching, very important. 7 to 8 hours of sleep, super important. I put it here and then mark it. Clean and tidy up, so that includes disinfecting, getting rid of surfaces that are infected or very dirty, so you avoid getting sick. No alcohol, that's another one that I personally think is very important, especially around this time of the year where we're more vulnerable to getting sick. Avoiding alcohol is actually very good. And 30 minutes of sun, even if it's sitting in the car, or if it's a day that is not too cold, you can bundle up and maybe take a short walk, or just being exposed to the sun a little bit. Finding time to have that sun exposure so you can feel better, feel happy, and improve your health. So I hope these tips are helpful. I hope you also get to maybe find a checklist or put it on your calendar, maybe on a little notebook, and you can do a checklist so you can really have the accountability and make this happen and make it a priority to stay healthy. All right, guys, have a fantastic week.